Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 recreation speed build. So today I am working on an apartment that was actually very tricky to do because I didn't realize how little information I actually had about this apartment. So I've basically made up the entire layout of this apartment as far as like where the bedroom is placed and where the bathroom is. I honestly had no idea. I don't think you ever really see how this apartment goes together. I seem to have paused for a really long time, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Actually, I do know what happened. I was building this at 3 in the morning. So, yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, I I had to kind of create this whole layout here, and that's why I did it off camera because I just had no idea what what I would do for this, like how I would figure it out. So I had to test a lot of things and try to try to get it to work properly with what I knew about the apartment and what I didn't know. And I kind of just realized that I've actually not mentioned whose apartment this is yet, but hopefully you already saw it from the title and you just have an idea and you're watching it because of that reason. This is Wilson Fisk's apartment from the Netflix show Daredevil, which was a really good show. I definitely think I liked the first season better, but the second season was still good, and I'm so freaking excited for the Marvel's Defender series. That seems like it's gonna be absolutely amazing because yeah, all of those shows together were just really good, and I might build apartments from those other shows as well. I haven't quite decided yet. I was thinking about doing Daredevil's apartment, but I don't know, it's kind of bland. I don't really feel like building it, to be honest. I don't really like the way it's laid out. But I thought this apartment, Wilson Fisk's apartment, from what I saw from it, was just really cool. Like, it had this very modern, minimalistic vibe to it that I liked. Everything was kind of black and white and just very clean. I don't know. I don't usually build things like that, especially such modern builds like this. So I decided to give that a try. Here I'm just adding all the apartment things that you need to make your apartment work because it's actually a penthouse words. So I had to, add the mailbox and all that. I made it a penthouse because I just felt like that would be the easiest way to figure out what layout I needed for this apartment, and still it was pretty tricky, and I had to do some really deep internet searching for random screenshots that I could actually use, and I'm not sure if I'll even be able to put all of those into the ends screenshots because some of them are really awful, and there's only like one or two ones that I actually worked off of because that's all I really could find. There's an episode, I can't remember what number it is specifically, but I want to say it's episode 7 or 8 of the first season of Daredevil, which is about Wilson Fisk. In the beginning, it goes through it like starts off with him waking up and he makes breakfast, so you get to see his kitchen, and then he sits at his table and he eats his breakfast, and so I watched that, and then he goes into his little walk-in closet there, which is so uh like unusual, I guess, but not at the same time. Like, it seems very fitting for him. He's so concerned with appearances. But I guess it's just unusual for a single guy to have a walk-in closet, I think. Because, like, I don't know, most guys I don't think have that many clothes or worry that much about what they're wearing. At least my fiance doesn't. It's basically jeans and a t-shirt, and that's fine. But anyway, so I kind of went through. I'm doing something a little weird with the couch right now because his couch in the living room is a black couch and it has this like long long end on it. It's kind of like an ottoman, like a connected ottoman on the couch. It's just like an L-shaped couch, you know, but it doesn't have a back seat on the one L part. This doesn't make any sense. I'm really bad at describing things, but it looks like that what I'm doing in the Sims game with the couches and stuff. And so I just kind of made it on my own by using the move objects cheat. And I don't think you can sit in that one part, but you could probably sit in the rest of the couch, so I don't think it should be a problem. And yeah, in general, there wasn't a lot to do in this apartment, so it made it pretty easy for building. But yeah, I mean, I like the way it turned out. It looks good. It looks like the apartment, I think, from what, like I said, from what I saw of it, which is not very much. But even still, there just wasn't a lot for me to build. So it was a pretty easy build, I guess, but also challenging in the sense that I didn't really know what was in the apartment besides, you know, that one like backdrop that you see from the episode that I was just talking about, which you really don't see a lot of it. But I think I got it pretty accurately. I really like the way this I used like a marble counter accent piece or something, a table accent piece I mean, and I put it along that back window wall, which looks kind of like what he has in that apartment. And so I was pretty surprised that I was able to get that fairly accurately. And then just that big black table. Here I'm doing random decor stuff because you never see this side of the apartment. I don't even know if he has a TV or not. To be completely honest, I don't feel like he's the type of person who would have a TV. He doesn't seem like a TV watcher. That seems like it would be a waste of time for him, and he just wouldn't enjoy watching TV. Like, he's an art, he goes to the art gallery and everything, which, speaking of also, so there's this thing in the show, and I don't really think this is a spoiler, because I mean, it's not like, I don't know, it's not a, it doesn't spoil any plot points or anything, but anyway, at one point in the show, Wilson Fisk buys this painting, which is called Rabbit in a Snowstorm, and basically it's just a white painting. And yeah, it's kind of like a thing in the show, but I was thinking, how am I going to get a white painting into The Sims? Like, do they have something that's just plain white? I really didn't think so, but it turns out they do. Who would have thought? Not me. I just can't believe it. So I did end up getting that really very bland white painting that he has in his bedroom. He like wakes up and looks at it, and there's like a whole backstory, but I won't go into that because that does ruin things. But he has this painting, and it's such an important piece in the show, and I was able to put it in The Sims, and I was happy about that because I was thinking I was just gonna have to somehow makeshift like a photo frame or just some kind of frame that I could pretend that there was just a white painting in the middle of it, but turns out I didn't even need to do that. And that made my life a whole lot easier. And I don't totally know what was in this bedroom, so I kind of added like a couch and whatnot, but yeah, I only saw, I think, one other, it wasn't even a screenshot, it was a random GIF that I found out of nowhere that showed it showed a little pan of him in his bed, so I was able to kind of see like what was next to his bed and whatnot. And it is just a wall of windows, but yeah, it is closer to the edge of the building, I believe. I mean, you don't really know. I don't think it affects your gameplay anyway, that part. So you're all good there. It's a penthouse. It's Wilson Fisk's a penthouse with some extravagant creativity on my part, just to make it more Sims friendly. But yeah, that's I'm nearly done with this build already. It was such a quick build. I go out into the rest of the roof area, and I just kind of make a little courtyard. There is no such courtyard in the show, but I decided to make it anyway. There is a scene where he's in like this kind of I don't know if it's a rooftop garden or something, but it is a pretty nice looking garden area that so I sort of used some inspiration from that just to make the rest of the roof a little bit more filled out because there was literally nothing in it. So I didn't want to just leave it like that because it would look stupid. And then I almost forgot the bathroom. I didn't though, don't worry. I don't know why I keep almost forgetting the bathrooms, but I remembered that I didn't put it in yet, so I'd go back and quickly do that. And wow, I totally just realized that I didn't put a fridge or a sink in the kitchen. Wow. What is wrong with me? I always forget something so important, like you can't use a house without a fridge and a sink. Oh man, what am I doing? I'll put those in before I upload it to the gallery as always. I always fix them before they get to the gallery because I always notice the mistakes by then. So if you're ever trying to download something of mine, don't worry. It's fixed from the speed build version. But anyway, with this garden rooftop thing, this courtyard area, I really, really wish I had the vampire pack for all of those wall plants. They are like the vines on the wall and stuff, and they came with that vampire pack, and I'll be honest, that's the reason why I want it the most. I like vampires a lot. I like to play them. I always enjoyed them in The Sims 3 and stuff, but I don't play them that often, if that makes sense. I enjoy it as like a once in a while thing, but I don't really play them too much, so yeah, I just really want those wall vines, that's all. I want to make cool, creepy houses that have vines on them and stuff. But anyway, that's about the end of the build, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post Sims videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Recreation videos are on Sunday. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!